There comes a time in life when you must stop explaining yourself, stop proving yourself, and start building yourself. Because nothing shocks the world more than a person who rises silently and lets success speak. Focus on yourself and shock everyone. People waste too much time trying to impress others. They chase approval, applause, and recognition. But listen closely. The crowd does not build your future. You do. When you focus on yourself, you stop competing with others and start competing with who you were yesterday. You stop chasing attention and start chasing growth. And that is when transformation begins. You don't need to announce every step. You don't need to prove every move. Work in silence. Build in silence. Let the results make the noise. The truth is this: the same people who doubt you today will one day ask how you did it. The same voices that mocked you will one day quote you. That is the power of focusing on yourself. The road will be lonely. Not everyone will understand your vision. Not everyone will believe in your dream. That's all right. It was never their job to believe. It was always yours. So cut the noise. Shut out the distractions. Invest in your growth. Learn, build, train, discipline yourself until your future self thanks. And when the day comes, when the results of your focus shine so bright that no one can deny it, that is the day you will shock them all. Well, most people live their lives looking sideways. They compare, they compete, they measure their worth against others. But the truth is, comparison is the thief of growth. When you compare, you take your eyes off your own path. And when you take your eyes off your path, you stumble. Focus is power. Focus means energy in one direction. Focus means building the life you want, not the life others expect. Stop asking, what will they think? Stop waiting for approval. Stop living to please people who don't even care. Because the day you stop chasing them and start building yourself is the day you rise. You don't shock the world by talking. You shock the world by doing. You shock the world by becoming so good they can't ignore you. Stay disciplined, stay patient. Put your head down and do the work. When others sleep, study. When others waste time, create. When others give excuses, move forward. And one day your silence will turn into applause. Your discipline will turn into respect. Your focus will turn into greatness. The truth is, people will doubt you. They will question you. Some will even hope you fail. But here is the secret. None of that matters. Their doubt cannot stop you. Their words cannot hold. Their opinions cannot shape your destiny, unless you let them. Focus is choosing to rise above it. Focus is saying, I don't need your approval. I need my progress. Every minute you spend trying to convince them is a minute stolen from your growth. Every ounce of energy wasted on proving yourself to others is energy you could use to prove something greater to yourself. Understand this. Success is not built on noise. Success is built on quiet consistency, on the days no one sees, on the nights no one claps, on the hours you invest when nobody cares. That is where champions are made, in silence, in patience, in focus. When you focus on yourself, something powerful happens. Your vision gets clearer, your strength gets sharper, your progress accelerates. Because all of your energy is moving in one direction. And while they are distracted, while they gossip, complain, and waste their days, you are building, you are climbing. Because nothing is louder than undeniable results. Nothing silences doubt like success. Nothing answers critics better than achievement. So do not fight with words. Do not waste time with arguments. Let your focus be your weapon. Let your results be your reply. The world is loud. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone has advice. Some will tell you you're not ready. Some will tell you to take the easy way. Some will laugh when you dream bigger than they can see. But listen to me, you don't need to answer them. You don't need to prove them wrong today. What you need is focus. Focus on becoming stronger than you were yesterday. Focus on building skills no one can take from you. Focus on shaping a mind that refuses to quit. Because the truth is, the people you're trying to impress today will not even matter tomorrow. Their opinions will fade, but your progress will remain. Their words will vanish, but your results will last. Stop chasing their attention. Attention fades. Stop chasing their approval. Approval changes. Chase only your growth. Chase only your dream. Chase only the person you are meant to become. When you truly focus on yourself, you begin to see the world differently. You stop asking, why are they ahead of me? And start asking, how can I move forward today? You stop worrying about who claps and who doesn't, because you know the work itself is the reward. And when you fall, because you will fall, Focus will help you rise again. When doors close, focus will give you the patience to keep knocking. When no one believes, focus will remind you to believe in yourself. You don't shock people by telling them what you will do. You shock people by doing it. Quietly, relentlessly, day after day, until the person they once doubted becomes the person they now admire. The same voices that said, "You can't," will one day whisper, "You." That turned away will one day turn toward you in awe. That's the power of silence. That's the power of patience. That's the power of focus. So keep building, keep moving, keep sharpening yourself like a blade. Because every hour you invest in yourself, every skill you master, every step you take in focus is bringing you closer to the moment you will shock them all. And when that day comes, you won't even need to speak. Your life will speak for you. Every day you wake up, you're faced with a choice. You can spend your energy watching what others do, or you can spend that energy building the person you want to be. One path leaves you empty. The other makes you unstoppable, because the truth is people will always talk. They'll talk when you fail, they'll talk when you rise, they'll talk when you're quiet, and they'll talk when you're loud. So why waste your life chasing the noise of others when you could be building the sound of your own victory? The world doesn't remember the critics. The world remembers the creators. The world doesn't remember the doubters. The world remembers the doers. And you were not put here to blend in. You were not put here to live by someone else's script. You were put here to carve your own path. So focus. Focus on the long nights when no one is watching. Focus on the mornings when you want to quit, but you rise anyway. Focus on the little wins, stacking, building, compounding, until they form something so massive it cannot be ignored. Do not announce your plans. Build them. Do not beg for support. Earn it. Do not look for shortcuts. Walk the path. And remember this. Those who laugh at you now are giving you fuel. Every smirk, every doubt, every whisper becomes energy for your fire. You don't have to argue with them. You don't have to convince them. You only have to outlast them. Because when you focus, you change. And when you change, the world notices. One day, the same people who said you can't will lean forward and say, "Teach me how you did it." That is the shock. That is the revenge. That is the reward. But it only comes when you silence the outside and listen to the inside. So I say to you, let the world do what it does. Let them talk. Let them doubt. Let them watch. And you keep working. You keep rising. You keep becoming. Because the greatest shock you will ever give the world is not in what you tell them. It's in the person you quietly turn into. The day comes when they look at you and realize you didn't just focus, you transformed. When you focus on yourself, you stop living as a reflection of others. You stop being a mirror for their fears, their opinions, their limits. You become something different. You become the author of your own story. Most people never reach that point. Most people spend their entire lives trying to fit into boxes they never built. They chase approval from people who are not even happy with themselves. And in the end, they wonder why they never felt alive. But not you. You are here because something inside of you is restless. Something inside of you whispers there is more than what they see, more than what they expect, more than what they believe. And the only way to bring that amore into reality is to focus, not on the noise, not on the critics, not on the ones who want you to stay small. Focus on the one thing you can control, your growth. Growth is not dramatic. Growth is not loud. Growth is not instant. Growth is built day after day, brick by brick, choice by choice. It's built when you decide to keep going, even when your body wants to rest. It's built when you choose discipline over distraction. It's built when you choose progress over excuses. And here's the truth. Nobody will clap for you in the beginning. Nobody will celebrate your first steps. Nobody will post about your quiet sacrifices. But one day, when the results arrive, when your work speaks louder than words, they will all look back and wonder how you did it. And you will smile, because you already knew. The real shock is not just that you succeeded. The real shock is that you succeeded while they doubted. The real shock is that you stayed focused while they wasted time. The real shock is that you never needed their belief because you had your own. So stop chasing their eyes. Stop chasing their applause. Stop chasing their permission. Chase your vision. Chase your strength. Chase the person you are meant to become. And I promise you, when you do, the same world that ignored you will have no choice but to notice. The same voices that doubted you will have no choice but to fall silent. And the same people who underestimated you will have no choice but to say, We never saw it coming. That is what happens when you focus on yourself. You don't just rise, you shock everyone. You see, life is not about proving people wrong. It's about proving yourself right. It's about looking in the mirror and saying, I kept going. I stayed true. I became who I was meant to be. And the beautiful part, you don't need to chase them. You don't need to defend yourself. You don't need to argue, explain, or justify. Because when you focus on yourself, the proof comes on its own. The success speaks. The growth shows. The results echo. And no opinion can erase that. Listen closely. The loudest revenge is silence. The greatest powers. And the most shocking thing you can ever do is win quietly, until the day comes when the world has no choice but to applaud. So today, stop waiting for someone to believe in you. Stop waiting for the right time. Stop waiting for permission. Focus on yourself. Focus on your vision. Focus on your path. And one day, when the dust clears, when the noise fades, when the critics fall silent, they will look at you in disbelief. Because you did not just survive. You did not just succeed. You transformed. And that transformation will shock everyone.